remember some very special people who sadly can't be here, who we know would have loved to have been here, especially Jenna's granddad, Derek, who today would have been his birthday, and it's actually the reason this date was chosen. Now then, before I did this speech, I checked on Google about what we should include in a wedding speech. So I racked my brain for a minute, and eventually I managed to come up with some. This is where I should be getting a bit nervous. And it was holidays, some holidays. And there's one that sticks out where it was a beautiful sunny day. And so Jenna took the opportunity to strip off and put a bathing costume on. And she was lying on the towel, taking in some rays, with pink star-shaped sunglasses on.
How old was
And she said, "This is your life, isn't it, Daddy?" That was just last month. And there's another one that sticks out. We've progressed this time. We've gone abroad here. We went into a bar and karaoke. And to our surprise, Jenna said, "I wouldn't mind doing that." And she selected Angels by Robbie Williams. And she got on stage and started singing that. And believe it or not, all the crowd was singing it with her. We couldn't believe it. And she actually got a standing ovation afterwards. But needless to say, she never did get on X Factor. There's a reason for that. But the crowd enjoyed it. As time progressed, she got to Can you hear me? Yeah. As time progressed, Jenna started running and she joined Derby Ladies Athletics Club. And we used to take her all over the country, really, and competing in 100 metres and 200 metres. And she eventually became county champion. And me and her mum was so proud of her because it showed real determination and talent. But we often wonder whether she was just training to try and outrun me. And then later on, we got to the teenage years. These were the rebellious years, around 15 or 16. And now I'm actually giving Jenna away today. But had Danny been around at least, I might have paid him a substantial amount to be honest with you. And after leaving school, Jenna didn't want to go to university, so she chose. I don't know how. This eventually led to nursing. But thanks to a lot of hard work and the support of some great friends, she ended up with a degree, and another proud moment for me and her mum. Through even more hard work and experience that she's picked up, Jenna is now a sister on a private hospital. But by far the proudest moment was during the pandemic. In those early days when no one really knew how to deal with it, and when protective equipment was in short supply, Jenna carried on knowing the risks to herself and to others. She had real concerns about bringing the virus home to friends and family, but she did the job anyway, and that speaks volumes for her. I know every week we used to do a round of applause for the nurses. Personally, I don't think that was sufficient. I think they should have had medals for the work that they did during that time. And as well as working hard, both Jenna and Danny have built a great life together with fantastic children. The children, George, were the apples of their eye. And they love taking them on holidays. And George in particular loves telling us all about his tourist life. If you haven't had a full flight experience with George yet, finally, we were so happy when we found out Danny had proposed, and we'd like to officially welcome him to the family. We hope that you and Jenna and the children George have a fantastic, happy future together. But before I finish, one piece of advice. Within a marriage, one person is always right, and the other is you. So now, please raise your glasses with me. Jenna and Danny.
Well, obviously, really good that mate, and they can chill and enjoy dinner like that. Mine is going to be quite short and sweet because last time I did a speech I was 21 for my other best mate's wedding, and I don't think Abby's quite forgiven yet, so we'll get on with that. So I've just got bullet points really because it's that very short and sweet. So I'm just going to say how amazing people look today. We really appreciate you coming today. I know it's a lot to give up for a lot of people on Saturday, and we really do appreciate it. Everyone looks amazing. Jenna's done a fantastic job of organising all this. She's done everything. Usually I take the ropes, and I've left this one to you, and like you say, everything looks incredible. So you've done a great job. Really all proud of you. Just thank you to the bridesmaids as well, Charlotte, Chloe, Sarah, Hayley, and they've done a fantastic job. The Hendy was brilliant. Jenna gave me a lot of stories about that, and you've done a great job of that. She loved it, she had a great time. And then where we go to, I will give her a little cringy story about how we met. She won't like it, we'll give her a little cringy story. We'll keep it PG. So it was what, 2016? It's PG. It's the X-rated version. It was, yeah. So what was it, 2016? Valentine's night. Well, yeah, we'll get to that bit. It was 2016, I've become single. I was with my good friend Tony Yeomans. He's there, look, this stupid little screw. He's about 20 years older than me. I was 28 years old at that point in life. He'd become a bit like, who do I go out with? All my mates are taken, married, and Tony was the perfect person. He just come from Ashbourne to Derby. Proper Ashburnian, so Derby was like Vegas to him. He was like 5 times a week. Top bloke as well, so me and him would go out 3 or 4 times a week, and it was a Saturday night, wasn't it, Tony? It was a Saturday night. I won't say much because I know you're getting married this year, so I'll keep it very but it was a great time, me and Tony, because obviously Tony's older than me, I'm younger, and it was a great sort of start to the night, because Tony, people would say to you like, why are you out with that guy? He's obviously 20 years older than you. And the thing about me and Tony is we were a perfect match, because you were older, everyone would say, is that your dad, or is that your wife? What's going on? We'd have a great night. So we start off with, we go to the young bars first, and then we go to the older bars for you. And if anyone's family on, then that was the way. So I think the thing to yours for pre-drinks, which you always hated because you didn't believe in pre-drinks, you just seemed to go out to town. We went to Fat Cats, didn't we, where you just stood out like a sore thumb, because obviously you're about 50 years old at that point. I always remember this day, we were in Fat Cats, and obviously you start off there for me, and then I remember I got a tap on the shoulder, and it was Laura, and I turned around, and it was a tap on the bum. I'm trying to give you PG. It was a pinch of the bum, and I turned around, and to be fair to them, 2 stunning girls, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was them shot girls, you know when you get these shot girls, I thought it was the girls that give you a shot. Tony had already got his hand in his pocket, he was ready to buy some shots, to be fair to him. And Laura quickly pointed at you, which I accepted. And the cringy part of it, to be fair, I usually back myself, to be fair, and I can't believe it. You both thought your makeup was great that night because you look really good. And I couldn't believe it. I turned around and for the first time in my life I actually said I'd marry that girl. And here we are, we're married. So it was brilliant. So yeah, we had some great dates, didn't we? We had about 6 months of great dates, great times, great meals, great sentimental moments. Great holidays. To be fair, we're having a great time. Everything was perfect. It was and no, seriously, it was amazing. It was a great time. So we basically thought to ourselves, how can we kind of ruin that? And how can we start becoming a bit aggy, bit angry, bit fighty? So where's Matilda? So yeah, we did it. So we went from having a great time of our life to an even better time of our life. We did it the wrong way around, didn't we? But it is what it is. We did it the wrong way around, but we would never regret it because I I think today was amazing because when everyone walked down the aisle and Jenna and Matilda were there and George, it was sometimes it doesn't play that way, but it was amazing. You all looked absolutely amazing, and I was tear-jerking a little bit, but I didn't quite go. But yeah, I couldn't have wanted it a better way. To be fair, I know times are hard these days with kids and that, but it's brilliant. It's brilliant, yeah. Let's kid ourselves. It is brilliant. Having kids is brilliant. Having kids is absolutely amazing. The rest is we've got married, we've got the kids. They're 7, 8 years old now. Well, George is 3, so we're moving on. But yeah, what a magical time to meet you though. And then we'll just go on to my best man, Stephen Butterworth, who's going to absolutely roast me a bit. He just said he made a load of stories up, so whatever you say, it's not going to be true. He's waited 25 years to make this story up. But the short and sweet story I've got about for years is I met him when I was 3 years old. We went to nursery together. I remember and I was really shy back then. I got chucked into a nursery. And it's one of the things you remember when I've got this memory that just sticks with me. And I walked into nursery first day, Mum chucked me in, and I hated it. And I just remember this massive 17-foot bloke just walking around, and he had a Turtles outfit on. He had a Turtles pinny, he had a Turtles bandana, and he had these 2 thoughts, and he was just kicking crap out of everybody. And I thought, I've got 2 choices here, either make best mates with the bully, or just get the crap kicked out of me. And from there, we just sort of hung about, and it was great. And then we had a sort of a period of not seeing each other from obviously 3 till 6. And I remember I was like 7 years old, and Mum let me bike past your house because you're only 2 streets away. And I remember biking past your house, going, "Oh, you're Buddy, yeah." And we just kicked off from there. And you've basically become part of the family, mate. Yeah, I've got 2 best mates. I've got my school best mate, which is Luke, and I've got my just family best mate, which is Butty, which I probably shouldn't all the way around really, because it's cost me a fortune for a suit, because I'm 7 foot long and you're 20 foot wide. So we've had having custom fit made, so it's cost me a lot of money. So I probably should have said Luke. But honestly, he was literally part of the family from day one. My brothers took to him really nicely. My brother Matt and Chris, they literally see him as part of the family. He was on the football field with us all the time, and we had such a great time. It's just something that you've always stood by us, and you've been one of them great mates. You were an only child, and I don't think your mum really appreciated Christmas time when you were about 8 years old. I think she realised when she got to about 8, you were opening Christmas presents and stuff, and you couldn't play on your own. So I think she regrettably sent you to our house, and for the next 2 weeks you were with us. And I think you just basically accepted me, not as a best friend anymore, just accepted he's my younger brother who I have to sort of thing. You're not as bothered anymore. But no, great best friend, and you've done a great job as well. This sort of mini stag. I didn't have a proper stag, but in the sense that I didn't want a stag. We had a golf weekend. It was fantastic. There was a lot of you put a lot of effort into that. Matt and Gunter and a lot of you and Luke. We had a great time on that, so that was brilliant. And finally, what I'm going to say to the final group. Don't worry about anymore. These bullet points didn't work. No, I think the kids have been great today. I've got Molly, Ella as my nieces. They've come from Guildford. Great job. And I've got all the bridesmaids, and I've actually got a little gift for the flower girls and the George and Isaac. So if someone could bring George and Isaac and Pip and Molly down, we have just got a little gift behind Jenna. If anyone wants to just bring them down quickly, yeah? I can grab it. Just want to grab that a second. Everyone's going to round of applause. She's done a great job. Let's go through on to Jenna. Last 2 little things as well, I've got the tradition of the flowers for the mothers, which definitely my mum didn't remind me about. So if the two mothers could come up, Linda and Diane. Linda, if you could come up, we've got some flowers for you. Diane? No? Do you want to come up again? Stay there. I've got two brilliant brothers. I've got Matt and Chris. I'll let you guess which one is which. Matt was the cool one, trendy one, sporty one, and Chris liked computers. So you guess which one was which. You have a guess. Chris liked cars and computers, and that was it. So yeah, and that's about it. So we're going to pass on to Buddy now, which is the better speech of the three, or two, because Steve's very good at them. And yeah, Buddy, it's your turn, mate. So I just like, yeah, to me and Jenna. Here he is, the big man.
Here he is, big man.
We've got to get this one, haven't we?
Well, Luke, you said he was rubbish. I can't even follow that now. Jesus, Dan, well done, mate. And thanks for the mention of the suit. So, hello everybody. Welcome. I know I'm the third on, but I will keep this shorter because I know I'm in between you and dinner. As he said, I'm Steve Butterworth. I'm his best man. It's taken him nearly 35 years to admit it, but I am the best man. I'm happy with that at last. I'd like to start by saying well done, thank you to the bridesmaids. You look stunning today. Fantastic job, well done. I need to say what a brilliant day it's been so far. Jenny, you look sensational. Honestly, Danny's such a lucky man. I know how happy you make him look. Today, Jenna, you honestly look like one in a million. Today, so especially today, you look like one in a million. Dan, you look like you're one in a raffle, mate. Dan and I have got some of the greatest memories that two best friends could have. As he says, I love him like a brother. I'd like to take this opportunity to say, it's going well. At least I'm being filmed. We're all right. I'd like to take this opportunity in this moment to say how thankful I am to Danny and his brothers for accepting me into the corcoran family. I honestly feel like the fourth brother. Thanks, Chris, Matt, for taking me on, but I guess you were just looking for a younger brother that you could actually be proud of, so I hope I've done that for you. I've got a couple of lighter stories that I'm allowed to tell you. They've been through the committee, we've checked them through, they're okay. Again, they're quite light, but I am also happy to tell the darker stories later on at the bar at the cost of a pint. Jenna, bring your purse. The most memorable story I have with Danny, as you know, I mean, we just dicked about for years and years, but through the 6 weeks holiday, we'd play football, we'd play cricket, but he's always been this fun-loving guy that you see here now, and he always also liked to want to be the cool kid. He wanted to be ahead of the trend. And one year he wanted inline skates. He was in for a rolling crew. He wanted to be the rollerblader. And I'm not as adventurous, so I stuck to my bike. Anyway, after what felt like months of pleading, he finally got these inline skates. And also, woodwork's not one of his stronger points, I need to add that for the story. He went off with another friend, I might add, and they made a ramp. And near us, there was a hill. And Danny made this ramp, called me up, like I said, a couple of streets away, I met him there. I said, Dan, I'll go down on my bike, test it out, check it's all safe. He wouldn't have that. He wants to be the star of the show. Starts from the top of the hill, getting down there, lamppost halfway. He's at some licks now, he is going. He catches the bottom of the ramp, face first down, both arms done. He ends up in casts, both arms in casts. Now, it was towards the end of the holiday, and luckily for Dan, he used to go away. For the first week of the school holiday, when we all went back to school, Dan used to go away with his brothers and they go to Woolacombe. And obviously Dan's gone down there with 2 arms in plasters. When he gets back, I said to him, mate, that's awful, I feel for you. How was the holiday? He said, boy, I was in the pool, I did get in the pool, but I had 2 Tesco's carrier bags to cover my arms. I was like, and I can't think of anything worse. He was like, let me tell you, there is worse. Imagine being 13 and having had to have your dad wipe your arse. And these are the ones I can tell. Okay, Jenna, this is for you, purely for you. So, Jenna, you're an absolute diamond, right? You take on a man here today that hits the gym, looks after himself, he's careful what he eats, he takes ages in the mirror to ensure that his hair's on point. I think you'll all agree, as much as it pains me, Danny's a handsome hunk of a man, isn't he? Right? And you're all probably thinking, why wasn't he snapped up years ago? Well, it's time. It's time, Jenna, that we tell the people why he wasn't snapped up years ago. So Danny, and I've got a little bit to add to this, which I only found out last night, but I think I did know. So Danny has this habit, right, where when he's asleep, he'll sleep like this. And all we hear is this. Right, and I'm not revealing anything sordid about his bedroom antics or his tactics, because I'm telling you now, I don't want to know about that, right? But yes, the 37-year-old dad of 2 won't go anywhere and sleep anywhere without his little pillow that he puts on his little bed as the topper, as he told me last night. And then he'll comfortably sit there, just as he's nodding off and go. But, well, hang on, I'm letting you get there, because I want to make sure you're aware of this. Right? I want to make sure you're aware of this. Because, Jenna, I feel like I've known him a bit longer than you, and I'm sure you picked up on this, but I just want to double check, especially for tomorrow morning. What he likes to add to the soothing feeling of sucking his fingers here is a little pick of the nose, right? And when he's done excavating, what he likes to do then, to soothe himself to sleep, I don't know how this works, is he just rubs it from the tip of his nose down to his cupid's bow on his lip, right? And if you've ever fallen asleep next to him, as he wakes up, and Jenna, if you roll over, you must feel like you've woken up next to a toddler. Do not kiss him, because that dry stuff is just bogus. That is just dry bogus. I felt bad about 10 minutes ago about having that story in until you roasted me. So you brought us Yes! Now look, I know that the ceremony's done, but I can tell you, I'm really, really, really excited, because I don't think I can tell you another time where Dan's bought me dinner. And you all are about to enjoy a meal bought by Daniel Corcoran. So savour it, because I'm telling you now, it won't happen again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave it there. Let's raise a glass to Mr. and Mrs. Corcoran.